cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is...
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to decorate all my Christmas trees. I have 4 Christmas trees in my house that I'm going to decorate, and each one's going to have a different theme. So if you are interested to see how they turn out, please stick around. Let's get to decorating.
This holiday with you.
So the first tree that I'm going to do is the one that's in my bedroom, and on this tree we decided to go with a candy cane theme. So I literally went to At Home and purchased everything that you see here except for the tree. The tree came from Hobby Lobby, but we went in the aisle, and At Home is awesome because they lay everything out for you. So if you're not good at putting stuff together or what goes with what, they have their aisles and their ornaments and Christmas stuff kind of separated to where it's all the same category.
Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true.
Now, whenever you are decorating a tree with ribbon, it always looks funky at first. Like every tree I've ever decorated and I've added ribbon to it, I never really like it until I start adding more to the tree. So once you start putting more ribbon or more ornaments or just different variations of things, then it starts to come together and it looks a lot better. So if you're decorating your tree and you're getting flustered because it doesn't look right or it looks funky or something's out of place, just leave it and start adding stuff to your tree, because 9 times out of 10 it will come together and it'll look so good.
Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
The other thing that I like to do is add different textures to my tree. So I have the 2 red ribbon on here. I have one that's a pattern and the other one that's just a plain shiny red. So it gives like more dimension to the tree. And then I added the little bead thing that are actually like styrofoam. They're super light. They're not even heavy at all. But I added those, and that gives you more dimension to your tree as well. And then I have a ton of different kinds of ornaments. Ones that are shiny, ones that have writing on them, ones that have beads on them, and then different little candies and stuff. All of that makes for a really full tree, and that's exactly what I like. I like the full busy tree where there's like no space to put anything else. That's what I like.
It's an early December morning, no one but we are. We look out the window as it's starting to snow, and I realize as you hand me the door, we got by. Falling just like these snowflakes, tumbling down, round and around. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you, falling for you. Hadn't counted on the...
Whenever I'm adding ornaments to the tree too, I have no specific order on how I do this. I just pick them up and just start placing them. I don't put like ornaments next to each other. I separate them to where like if one ornament's down on the bottom, I put the other matching one to the very top corner, you know, and vice versa. It's like there's really no rhyme or reason to how I decorate. I just shove it all in there and make sure that nothing is the same or alike next to each other. I really like putting a lot of ornaments on my tree. I like the full look to where when you're looking at the tree, you have something different to look at every corner of the tree. But, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, some people like to just do the normal ornaments, or just few, or they want to see more of the tree itself than the actual ornaments. But I definitely like the full look.
I'll place forever in your arms, and for this moment to last, because I'm falling just like the snowflakes tumbling down, round and round, and I'm falling just like the snowflakes, falling for you. I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. Just like the snowflakes tumbling down, round and round. I'm falling for you. Just like.
Okay, so this is the first tree that's done. Let me know how you like it, and if you like a full tree, or do you like to just do the simple ornaments and you want to see more of the tree itself. I'm just curious. Let me know.
Christmas lights are all around.
Moving on to the second tree. This tree I always called like the woodland tree. This is the tree that my husband basically designed himself. He picked out a lot of the ornaments that we bought for this tree. He wanted to have the plaid look and the reds and the greens and the more like outdoorsy stuff. And I really liked the way it turned out. Whenever I was doing it, I was struggling because I felt like I didn't fluff the tree up enough or at the bottom, but it looks like at the bottom as I'm decorating it, it was like all clumpy. You'll see whenever we get to that point. But I ended up fixing it off camera and adding more ornaments to it, and it turned out so good. But I got a after shot after I added all the ornaments and stuff like that off at the end. You'll be able to see it. But at first, whenever I was doing this, it kept looking funky down at the bottom. I'm not really sure what was going on. I mean, if you look right now, it kind of looks like it's clumped up a little bit down at the bottom. And I think that was partly my fault because I didn't give it a better fluff than I should have.
Always got you on my mind, but I know this time you're on top of my list. Only way.
So with this tree having a woodland theme, I thought it would be the perfect tree to add all of my Rae Dunn ornaments to it. So not only does my husband get to have his style, but I get to add my addiction in there as well. But I thought that they fit better on this tree out of all the trees that I did.
Gonna play it safe. Gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow.
Okay, so here is what I was talking about at the bottom. See how it looks kind of funky and it looks really bunched up right there in the, like, right on the bottom limbs, like right where I'm at. It drove me crazy when I was watching this back because obviously I saw it while I was decorating it. I think my face even was like, what the heck? I don't know why this is not working out. But what I end up doing is I stick my hand in there and I straighten them all out and fluff them out. And that's what it needed. It just needed a good fluff down there. And whenever I do the overview of the tree, you'll see that it looks a lot better down at the bottom than right here. It just looks like a jumbled mess. I hate it, but that's not how it stayed.
I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow failed. I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I get it done. I'm not going away and right around the mistletoe. I'm gonna let my feelings show.
Okay, so here is the finished look. I think it turned out really good. The bottom looks a lot better. Underneath this tree, you'll notice down at the bottom, I have a little canister that says Good Dog with a collar around it. That is my dog Toby. He passed away the beginning of this year, and his favorite spot around Christmas time was underneath the Christmas tree, so I chose to put him underneath this one since it's kind of out of the way in the corner and nobody's gonna, you know, kick it or trample on him. Underneath the main tree, there's a lot of action that goes on over here, and this is where we're going to be putting our presents and everything, so I decided to keep him over there.
Flake of snow is set to fall today. It comes to say that Christmas is on its merry.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and decorate the big tree. This is the main tree, the one that we use for Christmas morning and our presents and everything like that. I am inserting these flocked branches because when I bought this tree, I liked the flocked look, but I wasn't totally into it. And then last year, I got really into the flocked look. I really like it. I wish I would have bought a flocked tree, but I didn't. So instead of going out and buying a whole brand new tree, my husband came up with this idea, and we went and bought a bunch of these, and I just stick them through the tree. So there's enough in there to give that effect, and it looks even and normal. So it still gives me that look, but I don't have to go and purchase a new tree. So that's what I do. First is insert those, and then I'm going to do my topper, and then I'm just going to start with the ribbon. Now when I get to the ribbon, I struggle. Major struggle. At first I decided I was going to put the white fluffy boas in there, and then I decided I didn't want that look. It wasn't how I expected it to look. So I took all that off. I mean, I changed this thing so many times, and I actually needed more ribbon, but I didn't want to run out and go get any more. So I just used what I had, but I kept this in here just so you can see how it's not always, you know, I know that people on YouTube, they decorate and they can edit things out and cut things out so it looks like they get it right the first time. That is never the case for me. I don't get things right the first time. I do things over and over and over again. I redo things. So I just kept it in here so you can see how much, you know, the struggle was real. And I wanted you to know that it wasn't just like super easy when I was putting it all together.
It's a sight of wonder, a magic time of love, and the joy found in each other. It bears a witness of the first snow of Christmas is falling from above. Oh, the first snow of Christmas is falling from above.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light. While we
So once I got done with that ribbon fiasco, I decided to go this route, and I really wish I had enough ribbon to wrap completely around the tree, but I didn't. So I just did the first half, you know, the side you can see. And I really liked the way this stuff turned out. The other stuff that I'm getting ready to put on there after I finish the bottom half of this, it was that fluffy, snowy kind of look. I wasn't crazy about that part, but I went ahead and I added it anyway, and then once I started adding all the ornaments and stuff to that, then it finally came together. So when I was talking about in the very beginning of my video about the ribbon and all that stuff, this is what I'm talking about right here. It always looks funky when you're adding your ribbon, but just leave it and then start adding the rest of your stuff to it, and it will all come together and it will all work out. And then you'll be able to see the tree and see what you have to adjust, what you have to move. But you'll get a better gauge on it when you start adding more stuff to it.
Friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. And
cleanup, I had boxes all over the place and an abundance of glitter. I'm talking, it was everywhere. It was all over the couch, all over me, all over the floor. It was on my dog. It was everywhere. And so I needed to get all that cleaned up and get my living room cleaned up. It was feeling like super crowded in there at the moment. So I get this cleaned up really fast, and then I'll be able to show you a overview the next day. So it's better lighting and stuff. I did this at nighttime. So the next day I'll show you the overview of the trees, and it looks so much better during the day than at night. So these are the ornaments that my mother-in-law always gets me every year. I have every single Christmas that I ever celebrated with them or being in their family. She has gotten me one. So I haven't got this year's yet, but I have a feeling it's coming soon now that I have my trees up. But yeah, these, I have quite a few of them, and then I have ones that she got the kids from, like, you know, every year she used to get them one. And then ones when we went to Disney World, whenever they were born, things like that. So I have quite a few of them, so I figured to get a tree so these can be on them all by themselves. And I wanted it to be a traditional red and green tree, since there's a lot of red and green in all these all the ornaments that she's gotten. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go ahead and decorate this tree. I've already started to add my ribbon and play around with that. So I'll see how that goes. I did the topper already. So let's see how this turns out. On this tree, I wanted to stick with the traditional red and green, and I only wanted ornaments on here that meant something to me, or ornaments that my kids got throughout the years or they made for us. That's what I wanted this tree strictly to be, and then I added some red and some green ornament balls to fill it all up. Also for this tree, I decided to just go to Walmart and buy a snowy looking tree skirt. I didn't want to put anything fancy in there because this is in my kitchen and my dog bowls are literally right there. So if he were to spill anything or there was water to get on it, I didn't want any of my nice tree skirts getting ruined. So this is something that can just be thrown away at the end of the year if I didn't want to use it, or if it, you know, was fine at the end of the year, then I could use it next year. But that's what I did for the tree skirt down at the bottom. So here is the final tree. I really liked this tree. I love the red and the green. This one definitely screams Christmas to me, and it also means the most to me. Each one of these ornaments are very sentimental to me and my family and my kids. So I really hope today's video gave you guys some ideas or some inspiration on what you're going to do when you decorate your Christmas tree. I really enjoyed doing this. I love the fact that I have this many Christmas trees in my house. Some call it crazy. I don't. I think it's awesome. But if you really enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe to my channel. I have so much more coming, so please stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.